a more dream Storm lineup in my entire life. Like, bar none. I'm not even exaggerating.
Storm is going to have the time of his life. Bloody Nine's like, I need to rush Orchid immediately. I'm going to turn on these broadcasters. I think it's like 7 a.m. here. We've been up for a while.
You want to do the fusion dance, man?
I can't. 8:05, by the way, is at what time it is.
Okay.
Let's just go back into the game real quick, guys. Thank you. We actually are into a pause. It's like the worst time to go back in, but we are in now. No, okay, we're good to go. No worries. We're into the game. We're ready to go. Ja on the line. Resume, or not on the line. His tag is line. Why? Why?
What?
Ja's tag is a lion.
Because he's a lion. What's wrong with that?
I guess so.
Yeah,
this is not going to be a
10-man Roche.
Yeah,
this doesn't look like it's.
They are not running at Roche right now.
They're playing seriously, so we'll kick it up a notch.
Yeah, this is Root versus rather eHug in a 2-game series. The first game series was probably one of the clowniest things I've ever seen or done. The second game actually looks to be some serious Dota with maybe something you guys can learn. Hopefully we can, if we can teach people something in this cast, then I'll be happy. Like just one thing.
All right, you want me to teach you? I'll actually, if you want, I'll tell you everything in the world about Storm.
I don't know if we should go that far in depth.
You want the most in-depth guide about Stormster right now?
Make that another video.
Man,
that would get a lot of views though.
Yeah, but I can just teach you I can teach you secrets. You want to know the secrets?
No, I'm terrible at that, hero.
All right, it's all good then.
Actually, just awful.
Chat, you've been denied.
Sorry, chat. Chat, press 1 if you want to see Blitz talk about Storm for this entire cast.
Dude, I would actually make people so much better at the hero.
Chat, I'm not looking at chat, so whatever you were saying currently.
It doesn't even matter. Let's just cast this game normally. So.
Top rune spot, Justin and MJW gonna try to go ahead and. Fluff actually just can't do anything. He can't run up there. He has a tango. He has 8 tangos and a mango. That's gonna confuse me. Justin will get the top rune. Monkey's Forever gets the bottom. So Fluff, solo safe lane Doom for now. There's an aggressive tri-lane sort of coming out for TC. They're actually just roaming on mid with Fun and Moo. They're probably gonna go for an early kill here.
You want this as a Doom. In the short lane, what you're going to do is try to eat the creep. If you have the mango especially, you'll eat the big purple one, the one that gives you a ton of health regen.
Oh, yeah, the satyr.
Yeah, and then you've got, all of a sudden, you've got +1 HP regen. I think it gives you, I can't remember what the passive is, or how much it gives you. It actually just found one. It's 4. Yeah, so you've got 5 regen a second, which I believe is the equivalent of a ring of health, which is insane. Like, you can actually out-tank the Darkseer. The problem, though, is that this camp has been blocked off, and they recognize this, right? Like, you wouldn't put this ward here. It serves a dual purpose. A, it scouts it out, and B, it also makes it so that he can't get any creeps.
That's and he's not going to go further on getting that satyr. He's just going to sit. He might even just devour like lane creeps. I don't think he. Yeah, what do you do in this situation? Do you devour a lane creep, or do you go on a journey and try to find something?
I think you devour a lane creep. Too long.
There is something happening. Moo's going to get splitter. Ja's going to poison touch. There's a Crystal Good snowball onto a creep. That was actually a nice play for Moo, because that range creep is about to die as well.
Yeah, and there's like this new meta that's been forming. Is that before it was the null talisman style for a while. I'll just give my brief thoughts, okay? I won't make
no. You can go. Just don't go all in on Storm.
So there used to be this meta where you get you got the 2 Ironwood branches beforehand, because you don't want to finish the three iron branches, because you don't usually want to stick. Like, it seems to not make sense. It seems counterintuitive, because with Storm you want that little burst of mana, right?
Yes.
But in actuality, if you think about the item build that you're going to go for, if you go for the Soul Ring, you go for the Orchid, the Orchid build up is really good. Yeah, exactly. You'd rather have the empty item slots rather than that. And so going for that 2 in like the triple Ironwood branch isn't usually valued very much, which is why you typically see 2. Like, you're just getting it for the stats.
Yeah, I understand now. See, like that's fine. Like every once in a while an anecdote, but we have to focus on other points of emphasis in the game. We can't just go all Storm Spirit, which I personally would love. They need to get better here. Fluff in the top lane is going to get caught out. There is a poison touch. They have first blood for Ja. Gets it done on the root. Actually has the Iron Shell on top of them. They're even cutting the creep wave now. This tower is actually not taking that much damage, but behind the tower down bottom as the control pings come out, the tier 1. Infinity is in a very good spot here. He's in front of the tower, but TC is going to start running at him. The snowball is going to go. This might not connect. It's going to be close. They will get him. They get the Crystal Nova as well. Plasma Field already went out. They're going to link some damage here. Infinity Battery Cell's going to go through the flare. Finally, the TP coming in. It gets canceled. Ja realizes very quickly that he was going to die had he completed that TP. So
if I was that Doom, though, I would have actually, instead of TPing back to the lane, gone to this camp and secured yourself a creep, right? Like, the effectiveness of the hero goes down so much when he doesn't even have a passive ability right now.
yes.
Like, what he's doing right now is he's saving it for the Darkseer's Iron Shell, but I don't think it actually matters too much.
He's dead anyway.
He should be okay.
Poison Touch? He's got Scorch Earth. He's fine.
He's got mangoes as well.
Oh, that flare almost killed him. No, actually, that was his own teammate's
though.
flare. All right, well, good stuff.
It's the gank attempt with 0 stuns. Like, they have a 0 stun lineup. The only way I foresee eHug winning this game is if Monkey's Forever gets absolutely stomped mid. Like, that's the one way that you could do it.
It's pretty close right now, so
Yeah.
and this matchup seems pretty even, I think.
Think about it like this as well, that alright, so Boot 2 goes in the game, but any sort of gank with even matchup with Storm is gonna, like, you're gonna snowball a lot harder. Did that make sense to you when I said that?
Yes,
Okay.
I think so.
It's like, if you're at even gold with the Storm Spirit, with the other mid, then you're winning, is what I meant.
Yes, okay. I
I
understand.
said that in the most convoluted way possible.
Dude, it's like past. It's 10 past 8. We've been up for a while. We've been witnessing the dance. GC's dying bottom currently. Not really. Cogs Ignite. He uses his Cogs nicely.
0 stun. You know. You need some sort of stun to be able to contend with this.
Time to build Abyssal Blade on some hero. They do have Vacuum at the very least, but that they like Split Earths are pretty much all they've got. They have no setup.
Do you when you play pub games and stuff like that, it's often decided by the lineup, right? And it's just whoever has more disables usually wins the game.
Right.
And so it's the same thing in competitive Dota. Like, you can't forget about disables. I doubt that the draft was something that they 100% cared about. If it was, then you would at least draft one thing to deal with the Storm, if not 2.
Yeah.
Because it's worth it, right? He's such a high priority target. Typically, you don't want to devote 2 picks to just stopping one hero, but it's worth it in this case because the Storm is going to bring you so much value out of his net worth.
Honestly, it feels like Storm is one of the only heroes that even if you shut him down, he still has at least somewhat of an impact on the game.
Yeah, it's like a better version of SF. Like, it's more stable.
Split Earth gets juked nicely. He wasn't even going to get hit by it in the first
Gets the
place.
last
He's
hit.
actually out of mana. Moo does take the last hit. They're going to go for Moo instead of going for the Storm Spirit. They didn't realize, I think, he was out of mana. Or they have no disable.
Yeah, again, I mean, it's the main thing is that they have no stuns, so they get run at. Monkeys did that so well, though, that gank. What he did is he fakes that last roll, waits for the stun animation for him to raise in the air. If the Leshrac cancels it, he's dead anyways because he's too low for the stun to matter at that point. And if he does follow through with it, then Monkeys can continue the zip. Like, it's a lose-lose situation at that point.
It's the little things, man. Those little animation cancels that change the course either of a kill or maybe even the game, depending on how things are going. It's so subtle sometimes.
Don't you watch a lot of Smash and stuff like that?
I do.
I know that the majority of fighting games, I don't know if it applies to Smash as well, but it's just those little things where you kind of get a read on somebody and you put them in a position where they don't really have a lot of options, right?
It's realizing like good DI from bad DI and then capitalizing on that situation is sort of the same kind of idea.
Yeah, most competitive games are very similar in that regard.
Yes. Even Counter-Strike as well, too. So there's a lot of depth in esports, and that's what I think Dota has a lot of as well. But for now, it is 3-2. It's not quite the barn burner we saw earlier, but oh well. You guys are, I'm sure, still enjoying it. We have no anime for those of you watching in Dota TV. Sorry for you. I'm sure you really wanted that. Pub Dota, if B9 rushes the Blade Mail, will be the 5th time Nature Prophet out of 51 games of Pro Dota in 6.84. So.
I'm sure bo2 is half of those.
Maybe more.
That's the build. You know what's funny is that the Koreans were doing it first and they called it garbage, but then it worked. Right,
Who called it garbage? The Koreans?
No, the Americans team. And then bo2 started doing it all the time. I doubt they recorded it all. Monkeys is going for the game right now. He's got no levels of pull though.
Yeah, he goes for the 2-0-4 build, which we see pretty commonly. That Split Earth around the corner from Justin to anticipate the haste rune. That was actually pretty sick. That is a Storm kill, and we harped on it a lot during that unknown game where God, I can't even say his name right now. The Storm player
from
unknown.
Unknown, yeah.
We talked a lot about how each kill was very important, especially in the Tinker in the second game as well, but each Storm kill seems to have a very big impact on the game, and that's like Leshrac killing your Storm as well. So suddenly Justin, despite dying earlier on, is now ahead in net worth, but not by much, just enough to be comfortable. He is getting snowballed on. This is not going to feel great. Ball lighting all the way in, coming in from Monkey's Fervor. That's not even nearly any of his mana pool. Oh, the beautiful grave from Jaw.line coming through. Justin is going to get rolled on and dead. Monkey's Forever gets the kill. But there is an Invis MJW with Wall as well as 4 points in Iron Shell. Moo's actually dead to Iron Shell probably. The Snowball's going to come, maybe not. Double kill for Monkey's Forever as well. He's out of mana. Soul Ring is up in 9. Vacuum back, but just onto Moo. He'll fall in the end. Monkey's Forever is going to walk out. Turns into a 1-for-2 trade. And again, they just can't deal with the Storm Spirit at this point.
Yeah, I think when you're playing that kind of, it's really weird because the way that it works is that the Storm has such a low mana pool to begin with that it actually costs him nothing to be able to go for that. And the Fountain regen, if I remember correctly, you can go from end to end, like tier 1 tower to tier 1 tower, if you do it fast enough and bottle throughout, because you know you get the bottle effect as well.
Yes, yeah.
That's what he did, and you can usually get from end to end, and it only costs you like 15% of your mana.
That's pretty huge.
Yeah, it's insane how good that is. So that's why I feel like Storm was so good in the last patch, because you could pretty much just buy back and then zip halfway across the map, and the Fountain regen would be so insanely high, and if you're bottling or soul ringing at the same time, you could just get anywhere pretty much. Even I find that a little bit absurd, but they finally did fix it.
How do they change it?
I mean, the comeback mechanic was nerfed, so that buying back nowadays means almost nothing.
Okay. Storm Spirit's still pretty good here, though. To be honest.
Oh yeah, I think that it's still like a top 5 hero to pick. It's so versatile. It's fun to play too. That's something that I think is really underrated, is that the heroes that are inherently fun to play are the ones that people are going to have more success and more motivated to practice and stuff like
I'd love to play him, but I suck.
I mean,
so badly.
I'll teach you if you want. I've been teaching Period right now. We got a lot better.
Alright. Charlie as a coach is not the best because he just flames you, whatever you do.
Yeah, he just yells at you. It's really mean.
Yeah.
I got you, dude.
You're like you're going to be the nice coach, hopefully. Hopefully you don't flame me.
No, I'm not going to flame you.
Alright. I'll hold you to that.
We're hungry.
Excellent.
Monkey's gonna go for this like one stone build. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't mean to only commentate on
You're like Jedi mind tricking me, dude. You're like, no, I'm not going to talk about it the entire time. And then you just keep going about it.
Right now.
It is relevant, and it's actually very interesting too. Infinity gets rolled on. Monkeys won't quite go for the kill. We actually haven't talked about Frankie at all, but he's a Razor. He has Treads as well as Basilius. Monkey's going to jump in. War jumping in. Infinity actually in trouble. They get the kill. Now Bloody9 TPing in. They have Sprout, but he ball lightings to the high ground with what little mana he has left. They're thinking about TPing on him. They actually just can't stop this from happening.
This is pretty bad too, because Bloody9 only has it's only a level 2 TP, so going for something like that costs him so much. And for the people wondering why you don't get levels of pull, you farm a lot faster and it gets you here like Razor. The pull actually hurts you, right?
Yes.
Because it slows down your move speed, and it kind of just burdens you, and Bloody9 has no way to get out of this.
Bloody9.
Lucian casts his they could get Justin, this would actually be
well, right now it's looking like they might actually just lose 2 heroes. They need a splitter. They have it. Fun does get caught out. The one stun they have.
The single, I mean, it's all on him pretty much. Okay.
Oh my. Did he have Grave?
That was a sick play.
He had Grave.
He just had no time. Like, he played the uphill round of the corner.
He's like, there's no way he's going to be turning on this. And he was, of course.
Monkeys with a nice dodge. The thing about Dota is that you're trying to give somebody as little time to react as possible. Like, that's what made Storm inherently broken with like the flying vision, right? When like you ran through, I was like, you're a bad rider with AoE vision, which is incredibly broken, and you could orc it on top of the fall. And so what Moo does there is like a simple thing that not a lot of people realize, I guess, is that you're just playing so that they have as little time to react as possible. Like, even if Jaw has his finger on the trigger, you know, he's got like the G key or whatever if he's not a legacy user, you've got 0 time to respond, right? And then he kind of looks a little bit clowny and it looks like he got outplayed, but it's just a smart play by
That's
him.
Because we also have vision of everything. We don't have vision of what he's walking up into. If we hit F2 now, we can clearly see that, well, I mean, nobody has vision over here, but still.
No idea.
Like, he walks into that and he has absolutely 0 indication that he's getting turned on. Which is just a really nice play by Moo. And again, you don't have those inhuman reactions, unfortunately, to be able to get the Grave off in time.
The only people that I could foresee doing something like that is like S4. Like, whenever I watch that guy play, It's incredible how fast his reaction time
He's
is.
a pretty good Dota player.
He's all right at the Dota video game.
He just might be. Moo and Monkey's Forever. That Monkey's Forever double damage rune I think is about to wear out. No, he's actually halfway through it. He really wants a kill. What's the vision looking like for the Radiant side? They do have some good vision here. They've seen a little bit of Root. Root are going to back away. They did not see Monkeys in the high ground, but they're going to go for a push from eHug. So they're going to counteract the lack of Disable by just going and fighting into a tower and not really getting caught out by any
Monkeys is going to go for this. Oh, if he walks by, Justin's actually going to walk past it. The flying vision is enough. Like, Monkeys should jump on this, I feel.
He didn't see him. It was close.
Really?
I don't think he saw him, though. No, like, he needs to walk here in order for him to see him.
Monkeys is actually playing this quite well.
Well, Monkeys knows he's here now, and Justin's going to have to try to use this. Turn
You
to the
notice
Pulse
that?
Nova.
He hits the overload hit first. He walks in, hits the overload hit. Oh, he's not even going to die. This is unfortunate.
So he walked in overloaded, then ball lighting and static remnanted. He used it in the tree line, so he had it ready to go. Nature's Prophet actually just don't flip top lane. They looked like they converged on that and got it. But meanwhile, mid lane, Ice Shards and the Snowball. No Ice Shards yet. Josh actually has the Grateful to use it. Monkey's Forever's getting low. Moo has to try to TP out. Won't make it. Dies right under the Tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, Fun in trouble. And there's the splitter. Gets the kill. They saw Monkey's Forever TPing out, and somehow eHug are winning this fight. Fun actually has 112 damage drain. What'll kill will be the plasma field in a single right click from Infinity. TC rotates in. He has hook shot, but he's against 3 heroes. He probably could get a kill, and he is going to try to go on MJW. Cogs, now the Iron Shell pops the blade mail. There's the wall. Split Earth. They don't even need it. I think he threw it the Lightning Storm of the Edict, and Justin gets that kill. All of a sudden, 5 heroes are dead for Root Gaming. It felt like a couple of misplays, and suddenly... Alright, that recap is wrong. But anyways, a couple misplays, and suddenly eHug actually just capitalized by killing every single hero.
Yeah, the majority of that just comes from that gank attempt at top, and then he's kind of overseeing his ground. He probably should have just rotated out, called it a day, TP'd back, and he probably would have had enough time to roll in on this engagement, right? But by trying to go for the CM, I mean, you should never be looking for one-for-one trades. Like, I doubt Monkeys cares too much about this game, so I'm not going to call him out or anything like that. But if anybody wants to know what is meant to be done, is that you just kind of have to like, wait it out and pick your spots. Like, if this were like a super serious game, that determines the qualifiers. He never goes for that. Like, Monkeys is a really good Storm player.
Yeah, that's no point booster derived item has ever been built on Pro Tusk. Well, there is an Ags upgrade now, and Oxygen Core is also a thing. Could be getting Scotty. I'm actually down for that.
That'd be sick. Oh no, he's getting an Ags.
Split Earth. Fluff's gonna get caught. He's got Doom. He's gonna use it on Justin, but where's his team to follow up? Justin is getting kind of low. The flare came through. They're trying to chase Hookshot, but it's on Infinity. He blocks the wave for him. Justin won't die to this Doom. He's going to get kind of low, but he should survive this. Meanwhile, Infinity static links everything from TC. There's the ball lighting it, but it's right on time with
Infinity. If you just fight, if you just right click twice.
Oh my god, look at the damage coming in. The Lightning Storm, I think, turned around and did so much work. Monkey's Forever is able to get a kill. He's going to have to ball up to the high ground. Moo's here alone. He wants Justin, but the Ice Shards actually hurt him in that fight. He has to go up to the high ground now. He's going to try to juke again with the line of sight, the vision, the fog. He's going to get sprouted up, and they don't care if they don't have catch. They're getting kills regardless because they're outplaying them.
He's going to get the rune right now. I feel like he should have gone for... Oh, he's actually caught out right now.
Are these treants going to kill him?
Yeah, they're...
Oh my god.
It's that new Storm move speed, man. Ice Frog, please.
Well, he should have died anyway. Let's be honest. You saw how low he was when he was on the cliff?
I feel like... Didn't he have a TP yet?
I don't think so.
Well, he should have just waited up there.
He didn't have mana either way.
Yeah. I mean, if he was able to roll down from here, I think the activation cost is like, yeah, it's more than 75. It's like if you have a point booster with stealth threats, it's like 90. At that point, at level 11, yeah, it's 90.
Maybe he panicked. I don't know. I didn't see what actually happened.
It was the panic move.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Playing Mario Strikers. I panic whenever Ani charges up that shot.
Man, it doesn't even... How is that game even a thing?
It's actually pretty fun, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you know what the funny part was? He was laughing when he was doing it to you, and then he got so salty when you
like, okay, that's
He's like, how is this even fair? I was like, yeah, exactly. He just shot 7 goals in a row on you.
Nice charge move, gets blocked in by the trance. He got just ganged up on there by Bloody Nine and the rest of the squad.
He got got.
He got indeed. Tupac style. They're going to head towards the bottom lane. 17. Is that too soon?
It was just never too soon, man.
Okay.
You can always make those jokes. We made we played that in Pictionary, right?
Yeah, that's true. We did.
I don't know. For me personally, the best form of grieving is laughing about something.
That's
right?
true. Yeah. Such wise words.
Thanks, man.
from Blitz Dota.
Everybody's different though, so I gotta respect it. If they hear Tupac or something and they took that offensively.
I don't know about the crossover between Tupac family members / relationships and Dota players.
You never know, man.
That's true. Shout out to Brandon. Tier 1 tower mid lane. Getting got. And actually, Fluff's just going to TP away. The good old TP counter to this squad. If Justin's there, you can't TP. If Justin isn't there... Actually, MJW2, he can cancel back.
He's got back. The point is small mini stun aspect of it. I feel like Root shouldn't run for this. This doesn't make sense, right? You lose your tier 2 tower and then you decide to fight? Like, that's never a thing.
There's a bit of sloppy Dota, I feel like, coming on both sides. But again, like you mentioned, there's not much... What this has been a great learning tool about Storm Spirit. It honestly has been... I wasn't feeling it, but...
Why weren't you feeling it?
No, I mean, I wanted to focus on the other members of the team.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've done an okay job talking about other heroes and other mechanics in Dota.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of knowledge for Storm for a reason, and I feel like people like hearing that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a hero that I play a lot.
Give me a 1 if you've liked Blitz's knowledge, Chad.
Man. Give me a 2 if you think Mott's really handsome.
Well, 1 and 2 then.
Yeah.
Throw it up. All right, let's go. We have Infinity with Drum now. He's not had the most impressive farm in the world. He's actually like super low in net worth. MJW sitting behind him with a mech. He's actually doing pretty well. He's halfway through, but there's Fluff. He did go for Midas. He already has his Shivas as well. Level 2 Doom. Smoke of Deceit from eHug, though, towards their Ancients and up towards the top rune spot as well. And they're going to try to look for a hero kill, potentially on Monkeys Forever, but that's not easy. They do have Yules to combo in with the Split Earth, and then, of course, after that, he's going for the Bloodstone.
If they get that, though, he should be dead.
But the counter smoke from Root. And Hook misses from TC, and eHug are like, it's time to leave.
I think Root's going to get stopped in this fight.
MJW, maybe if he doesn't get his mech off the wall, coming through the mech goes, but MJW getting low. TC.
They don't have to fight for this. They don't have the damage, though, for this fight.
Oh, they got fun. They have the CM ulti. The snowball is going to come through as well. The ball lightning move. Monkey's Forever is going to go into Bloody 9. The last right click going to come in. It's going to be a double kill. And they've turned it around. They even have Ja. He's been doomed up. That's how much they hate Shelgrave, but he's still going to get it off. He doesn't even need to. He shadow waves and he walks out. Monkey's Forever's like, I actually just can't kill him. So they lose Fluff. They get 3, but they're not done yet. Turnaround Yules into Split Earth. Monkey's Forever in a heck of trouble here. Now he's going to ball lightning out. The Crystal Nova's going to go through. 11 Bloodstone charges. He might have to use it. Lightning Storm. Monkey's Forever. Oh, you have Poison Touch on you.
Suicide. He should actually suicide.
Use your Bloodstone.
There's 0 chance that he gets out of this.
Yes. Nope. Bloodstone. Bloodstone. Yes. Okay. Perfect timing. But now they're going to get shot at least. Good trade. Well, a trade at least.
All right. I really thought that Root was going to get stomped in that fight, and I'll tell you why. I didn't think they had enough damage, but they fought so far apart from each other, and they never had time to kind of collapse as a group. Because I think in a straight 5v5 engagement, where everything goes perfect for each team, I feel like eHug wins that fight, right?
Yes.
Like, look at Root's lineup. Like, the Doom has nothing. He's got a Shiva's, but that doesn't give him damage, right? Like, it doesn't. The Doom isn't a high enough level. The Crystal Maiden is quite low level. The Storm decides to go for an Orchid. The Duskar's going for an Aghanim Scepter. And Clockwork inherently doesn't have burst damage.
No. And he missed the hookshot too, so that is even another issue.
Yeah, they were just too spread apart from each other.
But I think eHug, like you mentioned, yeah, they're too spread apart, and also the Vacuum Wall came out on one hero with a Blade Mail. So that doesn't really help.
Yeah. They just got zoned out of that fight, really.
I mean, they didn't really lose it that hard, but they are losing their advantage. There's a pretty much even net worth chart. Moo is sitting on not much gold. TP in, Snowball, Bloody 9, Sprouts himself. Fun. Lost Blade? No. Blade Mail comes out. Moo might just kill himself here. Ice Shards. Gets right click down. Hookshot comes in on...
Oh, he lands the blind stun?
Fun's dead. That's huge. Where'd that hookshot go?
That's 2 Bloodstone charges. I didn't actually see.
I think he hit it onto a hero or a
I think he got out with it. Because Infinity, if you notice, has damage stolen from him, so he probably just used it on a neutral.
Yeah. Good call. Alright, that's huge. So, up to 10 Bloodstone charges for Justin. How's the Storm doing? 7. He just denied himself. He doesn't have damage. If he had more Bloodstone charges, he could do more damage and be more effective in the fights. But like you saw him at the end of that last fight where he had to deny himself, he was just out of mana.
I don't think the Bloodstone comes super hard to effect though until you get your first damage item. Because Bloodstone by itself doesn't really do too much damage. Right, like he's got a base of 97 right now. He's got 0. He's got just the power treads to buff out his damage right now.
Yeah.
So I think at minimum you need something like I don't really know. Here's the dilemma of playing any sort of snowball hero. Like I'm not just gonna focus this on Stormboard. If you play a hero like Queen of Pain, if you play a hero like Storm, if you play a hero like TA and stuff like that, it's like where do you get a BKB versus going for a DPS item? Because like he needs the BKB so badly. Because the Yule's combo should be able to kill him, right? Like he just gets chased down so easily.
But you mentioned the biggest thing in that last engagement was they didn't have damage.
Yeah.
If they get Storm some damage, maybe superior positioning, a Doom coming out at the right time for the flaw finish, leave his guard to zone them out, good hook shot to maybe break up the fight, a good snowball to save his life. They have ways to deal with him getting attacked, and he is going to pick up a Mystic Staff.
If they get like one Force Staff on one support, it actually should be fine. I think Monkey should just go for a Hex.
Monk is in the enemy jungle, he's going to TP. Do they have a vacuum nearby? Nope. So he's able to get out. Bloody 9 went for an Aghanim Scepter, by the way, in the Nature's Prophet. Now top lane, this super long ball in, and Leshrac is going to get blown up. Monkeys does get that Bloodstone charge. Moo gets the kill, and his Ags is flying out right now. So I've yet to see the Walrus kick. I'm kind of excited.
It's just kind of you punt the other guy. It's, you know, the Earth Spirit one?
Yeah, I do.
It's like a really bad version of that.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
There are just some things in Dota that weren't meant to be, you know?
That wasn't it.
Yeah, that was.
Bloody 9 gets Doom bottom, and Monkey's Forever gets involved in yet another kill, but uses pretty much all of his mana to do so. Top lane Yules into Split Earth, that's a kill on TC, and even the Blade Mail, it's doing some damage to Justin. TC actually might live. He has 10 seconds on his hook, he's got alright, well, sometimes you just have to go for the TP, and then you die Lightning Storm.
The move speed was too high. Justin, even with just the Yule Scepter and the boots of speed, it's fast enough for him to catch up. TC made a good play there, but he was just kind of screwed.
If he had Hookshot or Force, he would have lived. But
yeah, he could have got that.
No such luck for TC. Mid lane, Infinity and MJW are chilling. Moo, let's see it, man. That Walrus kick kicks the target unit back 900 units and slows their movement by 40% for 4 seconds. That's all it does.
Yeah, it's really not that great.
Well, I'm assuming we're going to see a buff of that Aghanim Scepter on Tuskar next patch. You just used it, by the way.
Okay,
I missed
so
it.
the one application for it is you get a Blink Dagger, and somebody's trying to high ground you, or you're trying to high ground them, and then you just blink in, kick them out, and snowball to them. That's the play.
That actually does seem pretty sick. I feel like there's ways we haven't explored. Maybe, like, there's a reason that it's like this in this game. Ice Frog knows. It's like there's something that is magical about this ability.
Does he?
Yes. Absolutely.
Nullfield, never forget.
What's wrong? Like, you're like the only person I talk to that actually hates.
Dude,
like,
I love Valve and Ice Frog. I hope they don't think that my gentle poking at them is anything serious.
I worry about that on a daily basis, man.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You're worried? I hope that Valve understands that. I'm just a kid. I'm just a boy trying to
play some Dota.
Yeah, I flame I'm an equal opportunity flamer. I flame BTS, my own company.
Yep. I as well. I'm just a boy trying to cast some Dota.
Yeah, exactly.
And right now it's working because it's happening.
They're playing a really serious game. Like,
this is super serious. Like, the only non-serious thing about this is Furion Ag. I mean, I guess Furion Ag isn't that clowny, but neither is, I guess, the...
Clowny.
I don't know if Tusk Ags... Yeah, alright, well. I don't know. I just don't see this item enough. Like, I see this in pub games, and I flame my teammates for it. I'm like, why? Why would you ever build that item?
You know, okay, you know what pisses you off more? I bet is the fact that, like, you should be winning, and then you expect it. You're like, okay, I've given up on the fact that this guy's going to do nothing for 20 minutes, but hopefully after that point, he'll come out and be useful, right? But he's not. He just isn't.
Look at his fight breaking out. Ball letting in. Good wall, but it's only under one. Doom up on Just the Grave, and Monk jumps in. Shivas is down for 5 seconds. The snowball long range. Moo wants to get there. He gets the ice shards off. He gets the Horus Punch kill coming out. The kickback, but he's still dead. What did that do? What did that do? Exactly.
It was not useful. It's just not a great ability right now.
I want to believe.
It's like a discount version of it's a discount version of the Earth Spirit King. Have you seen that thing?
Yeah.
He sends you into his fountain from like the tier 3
the Ags upgrade.
Yeah.
Earth Spirit. That thing's legit, but also that hero never should be in captain's mode ever. At least like for a good half here.
It really makes me angry when an ability is just a better version of another ability. You know, it's like Tuskar kick is just a worse ability.
All right, let's theorycraft. So what would you add to move to
Tuskar's thing?
assuming that we think it's not a great ability, which I'm not ready to give up on it yet. What would you add to Walrus Kick?
I think there should be, you know how with the I'm just gonna steal another ability. You know how with the Rubik's Lift, how he pops him up in the air?
Yes.
I feel like the Walrus Kick, if you use it and then you Walrus Punch, it should be like a combo.
Oh, that's so sick.
Where they hang in the air.
Oh, that sounds like a smash move or something.
Yeah.
Hook shot onto MJW. They're gonna find this kill with the cog. Actually, Monkey's Forever picks up the last hit. All right, well, you've sold me.
It's cool, right?
Yeah, that sounds sick.
I've been thinking about that. It's like if you use them in conjunction within like a 3-second period of each other, then it stuns them in the air for a while.
You should be able to like kick them up in the air, then transport to them.
Yeah.
And then like Walrus punch them back or something, or like just choose where they. Yeah. Okay, I'm down.
You have to give it some type of unique ability, and I feel like that's a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
And it kind of like look at that. Right?
The kick looks so cool. I will say that much. It looks sick.
It just does 0 damage. Is the other thing.
Yeah, that's what when I said that's it. That's why I thought that as well.
Yeah.
But I think it looks super cool. I like the idea.
If it happens, if my idea happens, remember this.
You will get a free breakfast.
Another one of those. All right. So Storm, I mean, he does opt to go for the Hex. The problem though is if you go for this Hex Pokemon, you have to have some sort of
Which he doesn't.
From the great mind of S4 himself, he believes that instead of going, if you're not going to go for the Orchid, like you're going to go for this Bloodstone and Hex because it's a better natural progression, right? The Orchid starts to fade out. Then you need something like a Mjolnir.
Yes.
Even the Moonshard item.
And I think a lot of people would not be pleased that you said that, or not pleased, but they'd be surprised that you talk about Mjolnir as an item. But people forget how important attack speed is in that hero.
Oh yeah, for sure. To be able to execute the combo properly, you need to be able to hit the max amount of overloads, right? Like you don't want any hang time between when you land.
Hook shot is going to be going on to Ja. On to 2, in fact, that's sick. They get the Pulse Nova off. Ja will fall. No, he's got the Grave up. The Duke comes out, though. Hopefully onto Justin. Backball not really connecting. Ja gets out with the Force coming through. Another Force down to the low ground onto Fun. Monkeys really split up from this fight. Infinity Static Link only does 28 damage steal, though. Sprout to get vision, but they're blocked in. MJW can't get any further. This Crystal Nova is going to slow down the Treants. They're getting body blocked by their own units. Bloody Nine looking to right click. Root actually get a pretty important kill, but if that fight goes on any longer, it probably turns disastrous.
Yeah, he just keeps kicking creeps, because that's what that thing does. I'm being honest with you, is that it's a novelty factor in a lot of ways for me. Like, maybe there's some Dota captain that's 10 times smarter than me, and those exist, obviously, that will give you a better perspective on it, but for me personally, it just feels like it's a little bit underwhelming.
There are so many Dota pros and semi-pros here that I'm sure if we go outside right now and were to ask them, I'm sure a lot of them would say the same thing. I'm gonna go ask Connie pretty much and see what his opinion is on it.
It's all good though. I mean, I think it's entertaining at the very least, right? It's like you kick somebody back. How's that not a bad thing?
It seems fun. Anyways, Moo's next item, he's got 2,000 gold. It's time to go Desolator. Justin gets surged, there's the Split Earth. He snowballs it, that was sick. He snowballs the Split Earth, hits it onto Justin, but he's still in trouble. There's the kick, man. Get that Leshrac away from me. I'm still dead, but at least the Leshrac doesn't kill me.
So Bloody 9 TP's in I don't think that.
Monkey needs to leave. He needs to leave immediately. He did a decent chunk of damage, but it's just not enough.
eHug's actually got a really good run at the lineup right now. They've got the Guardian Greaves completed as well.
They have a Leshrac. That's all you need. That and Razor. Ball lighting in from Monkeys Forever. He's playing. That is not the play. Splitter? Yeah, he's dead.
It's that
he needed the ball lighting immediately after.
Yeah. He got a little bit.
Fun's gonna get caught on the wrong side of the cogs. I think they vacuumed it down. That was also. There's been like so many sick plays here, but it doesn't really matter is the question. Infinity will pick up a double kill. They're gonna TP top, and if this was last game, they would try to push into that high ground right there. They would go for that tier 3 tower.
The thing is too, when you roll in, you have to roll like an angle that's really weird for him to have to move his mouse back. Jaw's actually gonna get caught out of the jungle, but think about it like this, okay? Guy rolls in on you, and you're standing in front of the tower like this. If he rolls like right in front of you, then it's really easy to be able to use like the motion is really small, right?
Yes.
So you're almost instantly able to do it. Like
Yeah.
you're always going to get it off. So what you need to do is essentially when you use your Trail of Storm, like when you zip in, it can't be random. Like the first zip in is in the middle. The second one is going to be a little bit further. The third one shouldn't be directly in the center. Like it should force you to essentially circle with your mouse.
Are you talking about like zipping in multiple times?
Yeah, exactly.
Also, pro tip: when you're casting, use control to draw on the map and stuff.
Oh, I see.
It's actually like this. If you're well, I guess you're using WASD, so it's a bit harder.
Yeah.
But I love drawing on the map, man.
If I could draw, I would probably be a bigger fan of it. I've got no artistic talent. Like my sister's got all of it.
It doesn't matter, dude.
Does it not?
No. You're just drawing, like, listen, all right, so here's what I would do. I'm drawing lines. Like, look at this. Like, down here, that's a Tuskar right there. This guy, he's a Tusk. I do this in, like, multiple different ways. I'll draw a check mark. I'll draw a smiley face.
Okay, okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
Sorry,
I'm learning, man.
I'm getting vicious about drawing, but... So, Monkey's Forever sitting at 1,300 gold, 7 Bloodstone charges, a Scythe Device, there's a Blink Deck. That's what it was the item I knew he was going to pick up, but I really wanted a Desolator from Moo. It was, I mean, Desolator just doesn't make sense, but...
You have to get the Blink Decker. You've seen what the kick looks like in normal
Blink
situation.
into kick, let's go.
That's what you have to do. It's
Yeah.
the only thing that you can possibly do.
So, really, you have to buy 2 items to get use out of an Aghanim Scepter, which isn't, like... Oh, God, Monkey's dead. He got back up. They got him to then get him. He does suicide himself. Congratulations to all the prize winners out there. 37
of them. Did we win one?
I haven't won a single thing.
Oh, really? Ever?
For a long time. Also, it's on our accounts, unfortunately.
One of my friends won the Alliance one when they won TI.
Did he?
Yeah, he was really excited.
That's very rare. That is probably worth some money. Anyways, they're gonna go to Roche. The Shrek is gonna be doing his Edict and Pulse Nova stuff. And
Alright, Moo's gonna go for the kick. I can feel it. Alright, there
yes, he did it. Infinity up on the high ground. The snowball comes out, and then Infinity BKBs, and they run it. But it's like, you've put me into a world of pain, Moo. And Moo is actually dead for his sins as well. On the other side, Fluff's getting chased down. Back wall went. There's a Doom on Justin. He's fine. There's a hook shot in from TC. Bloody Nine's fine. That's literally like Earth Spirit, but Earth Spirit doesn't need a Blink Dagger.
Yeah,
he can roll in.
That's what I'm talking about. It's actually just like a really... It's just like a poor man's Earth Spirit. I didn't want to be like harp on it too much, but you saw like the complete application of it, right? Because it doesn't even stun him. It just slows him. It doesn't do
If that's stunned for like 2.5 seconds, that would be
It'd be useful.
pretty good.
You would think that an Aghanim would give it damage or like a knock, like something. Because the problem is that you're getting it at a time period where it's not gonna do much. The slows late game don't mean anything, right? Because everybody has an escape or a BKB.
Well, one day Tusk will be a good hero to pick, and one day Aghanim Scepter will be a tier. Because like Ags go like on every hero, like at one point in the game, except for like Furion, Ags are picked up for like every hero, and even Furion was like maybe picked up a couple of times. Like, if you think about the progression of Aghanim Scepter on, like, a lot of heroes, like, Ag seems very viable. Except for, like, some of the new ones, like Wraith King and...
I think... Have you played against the Wraith King one?
No,
Is it actually underwhelming?
I've heard many mumblings that it is. I shouldn't talk before I actually play against it, but or play with it.
I mean, in theory, it sounds like something that's really cool, but in actual application, it doesn't seem amazing, right?
Hmm. But then again, with these new introductions, they just have to be tweaked a little bit.
Top Justin, he saved
This should be it. Again.
Oh, he actually gets the hex on him.
Well, it's the counter hex. Can they kill him in time? Oh my god, look at that damage. They dropped the wall, the pulse never went through, and it was more than enough. In fact, he stole 84 damage as well for Infinity. They have 4 heroes or 5 heroes focusing down a Storm Spirit with a Hex, or who is Hex, and he's going to die regardless of what happens. He has no buyback. He's down for 50 seconds. Infinity is pushing into the top lane. They didn't take Roche. They started. They didn't finish it.
Did you see the thing, though, is that if you cast the Orchid or the Hex on pretty much if you're any hero, and your Yule's up in the air, don't try to run. Go for the Hex or the Yules, because it'll always priority. Like, you'll get hit by the stun, but nothing else will hit you.
Kick back in on Bloody Nine, but he's just going to walk out. He is slow. There's the Frostbite. Okay, the Walrus Punch comes in, but he gets graved up. That was good, but not nearly good enough. 3-man splitter coming out from the side of Justin. But they just kind of zone him out. They really want this tier 3 tower. Moo breaks the Lincoln Spear with his Walrus Kick. It is pretty short cooldown, Splitter. It's going to connect. Hook shot to stop them from progressing any further into the base. Glyph still goes somehow. This tier 3 is still alive. Guardian Greaves comes out. They have no wall for 37. Justin's going to use up. Now the vacuum in as well. Ja gets the crave off just barely. Look at the Pulse Nova go to work. And the Edict Lightning Storm, but he can't get a single kill out of it until they find the Clockwork. Monkey's Forever is in Viz. Eye of the Storm and the right click on the fun. Sprouts up, now finish up the tower, and they will. And eHug are slowly but surely breaking the base, and it looks like Root might have to tap out here. And we might see a 1-1 in this game.
The Storm just doesn't have enough blast charges to make an impact. And without a BKB, you're seeing him roll in and be cheeky, and it's kind of cute. But eHug just have so much stability in their lineup, and it's too hard for him to kill anybody. Like, the counter to Storm, if you don't have any stuns, is just pick really tanky heroes that he can never kill, and eventually he'll wear himself out. Like, you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where Homer just, like, fights people and they punch themselves to exhaustion?
I actually, I used to watch The Simpsons all the time, and that episode, or at least that type of episode, sounds familiar. I can't remember it, though.
He, just gets into fights, and people just beat the shit out of him until they get tired, and then he wins the fight because they fall over.
He ball lightnings to clear the creep wave. They take the tier 3 tower. See, that's too dank of a reference. I can't get that reference, dude.
That's really funny.
There's certain references I'll be like, nice, dank reference. That one is not one of them.
Man, you're a good meme lord. I like this.
I try to be top tier meme lord, but...
You know, for people that don't know, this is me and Mott's second cast ever, I guess. Our second series.
Second series, yeah.
Yeah, but you're a great caster.
Thanks, man.
It's really easy to work with.
It's a lot of fun. Except for when people get in our broadcast live, and then it goes down.
You know what? I could tell we were both really annoyed by that, and we were both a little.
You were trying to cheer me up.
I mean, it's not. I understand the frustration with that because at the end of the day, you're just trying to focus and do a good job.
Yeah.
Do you really think that's going to?
I feel like Montpax is trolling me, but I hope he's not.
He is. Being a little bit cheeky. Alright, so Root are gonna go for this Roshan. I feel like this is the only path right now at this point. Like you need an Aegis on the Storm Shard for it to be able to do anything. Like he's not gonna get a BKB, I feel, in time for it to actually matter.
Yes.
So having the extra life is really crucial.
He's
here.
got this Storm has 2 Bloodstone charges.
He doesn't have enough damage. He lacks survivability.
By the way, Montpax, if you ever do that again, I will take you out back and beat you.
Dude. I've seen Mott topple people before Twitch ban that shit. He's really strong.
Oh, if only. Montpax, I'm just kidding. I love you, but seriously. I'll break your legs.
Saying it while smiling. He's really happy about this. Like, it almost sounds like he wants you to test him, Mott.
Oh my god. Nature's Prophet has gotten very farmed. He picked up that Scythe. He has his newly minted BKB ready to go. And eHug, all they really have to do is secure another Roshan, take a really good fight, and the game's over, I think.
I think that this style of playing, Razor as well is really smart. It's like everybody builds this way now. You get like a BKB, you get drums, and then you just rush an AC. Because they realize that the Aghanim Scepter doesn't really do much. Like, it's kind of neat, I guess, as an application to go Micron, but the AC is so much better.
It's because the change to... You're talking about the Razor, right?
Yeah.
You're talking... Well, the thing is, the change to Aegis and the way Eye of the Storm interacted, I think, was a big deal as well. Because you could just siege high ground with Eye of the Storm, lose your first life, and still cut through the tower or the racks, whatever.
That's a really good point as well.
That's what I think... I mean, it makes the most sense. Lotus Orb is up for MJW. Now I'm getting nervous. Montpax, tell me that was you, buddy.
It was. The guy would have started playing some EE music or something right now.
We've seen... Oh, he was writing another stat. All right, we have seen 50 Lotus Orbs so far in 6.84, but on average, they only get used 5 times, 5 TMs.
You know, we actually picked it up in our qualifier game.
How'd they go for you?
We got 8th, but the game against BBC, we were having trouble with the Refresher or Beastmaster. So when our Ursa got roared the first time, he got disrupted. And then the second time I knew the roar was coming because he had a Refresher Orb.
Yeah.
I used the, on him, the Lotus Orb. And so it took the first stun duration off of him, and then it transferred it to the Beastmaster, and we won the fight as a result.
We were watching that game, actually, at the Summit.
Oh, really?
We had just gotten in from a long night of whatever it was we were doing for our next day.
Did people make
we
hype?
were doing. We were watching. We were getting hype. I forget who exactly was watching it with us.
Sick.
People you know, definitely. I can't remember off the top of my head. Webos was watching.
I can't believe I've never met you before, though. It's pretty pretty insane.
We met at TI last year.
Yeah, but we never really like hung out. So this is a good opportunity.
We're hanging out in this cast. Chat. This is two friends. This is two people becoming friends live on stream.
I'm a really terrible person.
I'll tell your sister then. You're not allowed.
Are you kidding me? What's the equivalent of like my sister for you then? Is it Grant? Like,
Yes, actually, yeah. Don't tell Grant, man. Oh dear lord.
Alright. This Leshrac though is insanely farmed. He's got a Shivas as well. Like they're just building so tanky. And the Hex alone is not so good. Like this 10-second BKB I feel like is kind of irrelevant. Like, he needs at least one major damage item at this point. I think that the item for him would be Yolner.
Too late for Orchid?
I think so. It could be kind of yeah, I think so. There's just too many BKBs on the targets that matter. And there's a Lotus Orb on here as well, which completely nullifies that item. Like, it just makes it completely worthless.
That's true. That's a good point.
You debuff it, right? So, even if you use it on him, he just uses it, and then it's all good. You just negated 4,200 gold item.
Silence the Storm Spirit. Liquid Sphere, then the Lotus Orb just popped. The Doom came out, but not on the right target. Well, it's big on MTW, which is a pretty big target. Jaws in trouble. Raven's already, what it was. He's got it ready to go. Splitter onto TC, will collapse. TC's in trouble, forces out instead. Vaughn about to get right clicked down, but runs away from the fight. Fluff gets hexed up. Look at the pulls over damage from Justin. Hook shot again from TC. He will end up falling, though. He's going to buy back immediately. Fluff goes down. He has no buyback. Moo as well, both dead for 58 seconds or more. There's an Ice Sigil somewhere nearby. There's a Trant walking so slowly. Someone's control pinging. I don't know why. The Trant's trying to kill the freaking Sigil.
Dude, Moo's laughing at them right now. It was his own ping. That's one of those like BM like, look at these idiots pings.
Oh my god, the Trant animation trying to kill that Sigil is the stupidest. It's so funny. Monkeys Forever, BKBs. Ball Lightning's in, gets the ball into infinity, hexes up Jaw as well, so the Grave isn't there. It's close. Can he get it off? Not quite. Monkeys Forever finally picks up the kill. TC hookshots, but doesn't connect on a hero. I think he had a creep. The Pulse Nova and the Edict. The Lightning Storm, the right click, everything. Finally, Fun dies to a Blade Mail. Bloody Dog pops the Blade Mail as the CM ulti's going. CM dies sadly in the corner of the team fight.
Are there any buybacks?
There is one for the CM. And the Tusk is about to spawn. It's a Mega Tree kill from Tusk. Wait, it's a Mega Tree from Tusk kill. Oh, the new Nature Prophet Ag. That's right.
Oh, okay.
I'd forgotten. Justin's gonna get chased down. Now there's gonna be Moo jumping in. Walrus kick sort of back. Splitter gets avoided. Monkey's Forever saw that coming from a mile away. They do get the Grave off on Justin. It's actually kind of early. Does he have an Octarine? It feels like he's going up. He actually doesn't. Moo's still getting right click down, sprouted up the trees, now ganging up on him. Ball Lightning in. There's the Lotus Orb. Vacuum the Splitters, but it's only on Defluff. No, it misses. Bloody Nine is doomed up. Monkey's Forever. This is his last life. He's got 2 Bloodstone charges with 0 buyback. Bloody Nine's still Grave. Fluff with his BKB about to fall. This Doom is lasting for. They're going to deny him. Yeah, he needs to be denied. Or just left. They reflected something, I don't know what it was. Fun actually dies. Has no buyback. He bought his blink as he died. So that's how you know this is going to be Megas coming out for eHug. And thus ends one of the most interesting series I've ever seen in terms of casting, in terms of playing, in terms of heroes. Monkeys Forever will get chased down. Hero, more right clicks, and the Scythe will be with him. So that's it, Blitz.
Yeah, that's a full 5-man team wipe repeatedly. It was a good game. I thought that the Storm would have a little bit better, but I mean, they were planning down a little bit in the lane play. So up for eHug and Justin played that really cool. Just went around the map.
Who wasn't planning around, though?
I mean, we were planning around it. Can't really... That's the thing, is that we did it right. In the first game, we clowned around because it was a clown game.
Yes.
And in the second game, we took it really seriously because they played it seriously.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think, and the teams played it exactly the way they should have played it as well. If someone comes down and says, okay, we're going to play the second game seriously, you're like, all right, let's do that.